Happy holidays. My name is Claire from Creations by Klare. Today I'm going to make a pink wreath from scratch. And hopefully this is going to be a simple wreath if you decide or inspire to make one for yourself. Last year I made pink tree where I decorated with pink everywhere on my 5-foot tree. And I just love the color. So this year I decided I need a pink wreath and I'll place it outside. So I'm going to make this as simple as possible. This is a probably 18-inch, 16-inch wreath. Not too big, not too small. So first thing you want to do is spread out the greenery. Just make sure it's not crushed anymore from the packaging they do at the stores. I think I got this from Michael's on there with a coupon, 40% off. So just go around the wreath and just kind of stretch out all the greenery. Lightweight wire, I think it's 30, and florist tape. So I'm just going to take any end and I'm just going to take a long piece, probably, what is that, 24 inches, somewhere around there. Folded it in half, so I think that's around 24. So now fold it in half, you have 12. Just take any end, just kind of gently move some of the greenery. Put in the loop side, and then I'm going to thread the 2 open ends through the loop. Now I got 2 open. Now I'm going to kind of twist them, the tops together. This is going to be where you're going to use this to hang on your hooks or your door hangers, or wherever you choose to hold. Mine will be hung outside with a door hanger. So I have to take the excess and just twist it. I think that's sufficient. And to snip off any extra. You could twist in more if you want. I'm just stopping there about 1 inch. And then I'm going to twist it again to make a loop. A little hanger here, and then with the green tape, don't have to add this, but it just makes it easier to see it with all the decor that's going to be on here. And so I don't know if you've ever used this, but this is greenery. It's florist tape, and it has like a sticky residue, and whenever you stretch it, it releases the glue that's been made into it. So I'm just going to start at the base of the loop and just twist away. Twist wrap, and I'm going to cut a piece off. Just wrap away around the loop. So I'm going around. Glue. That's on this tape. Many years, never seemed to run out. I haven't made a wreath in many years. I used to make bunches of them for myself and friends, family. Great with. You can go crazy, so you just kind of have to come up with a theme or items that you want to. So mine's gonna be in pink. I don't know, I just fell in love with pink last year. Still love it too. But somehow I also would have loved to do gingerbread too. Maybe that's next year. And almost to the end. Oops, gotta listen to my cuckoo clock. My son brought that from his trip in Switzerland. No, he didn't bring it, he shipped it to me while he was vacationing in Switzerland. One day, I is inspired to go there. Stay a couple of days or weeks. Almost done, almost done. Sticking. A little bit more. Could have made it a little tighter. Florist tape is also easy on the fingers, so when you hang it, instead of grabbing the wire. And I use this 30 gauge, but you could use any flexible wire that you have. It can even be a ribbon that you hang with. You don't have to use wire. It's ready to hang. Supplies, I'm going to use this pink poinsettias. There's not sure what kind of seeds they were supposed to be. These pink feathers. Pink, hot pink ornaments. And this beautiful ribbon I picked up at Michael's. I paid a little bit more than I did. I don't even think I got 30% off, but how beautiful is that? Sometimes you just gotta do it. Not too often, but. So that's pretty much all I'm gonna put on here. Just make it simple. I believe I'm going to use this ribbon and just kind of thread it through the greenery first. And then I'm gonna apply the feathers on top, and then the flowers, and then the bulbs. And I have my hot glue gun there on the side. So let's take the ribbon and let me cut it at an angle. Don't have to worry about that piece. So, sorry, I keep it in the tripod. So I'm gonna just thread it through, and you can bend one of these greeneries to just catch the ribbon. And then I'll come back and hot glue it. Just let me see how I want this threaded through the wreath. There I go again. So I want it to pop. I want it to be hidden. Oh, it looked kind of good, kind of twisted there. I bent that greenery over the ribbon and it holds it in place. Okay, almost at the end here. Do I still have you in focus? Yes, okay. Okay, so let's snip the end here and we're gonna go for it. I'm gonna make a bigger bow when I'm done and apply it right here. So now I'm going back and readjusting the ribbon and just tucking in some areas and pulling out, making loops within the wreath. I forgot to mention earlier here where the two ends are hanging, you want that to be the opposite of where you put the hanger, because that's where my bow will be. I'd like to mention that when you place your wreath outdoors, the weather elements may cause your ornaments to fall the next year or the year after. But good thing is just get your hot glue gun and just glue them back on again, or just change the design if you like. To make your ornaments more permanent, you could wire them. You could use that 30 gauge, the lighter wire, and wire each ornament down into the wreath, and it'll definitely hold up a lot more in the elements. Now I will cut the feather stem apart, and I will have 6 feathers, and I will have 6 poinsettias also. So that'll be like a groupings that I'll place around the wreath. Okay, so now I'm going to glue my feathers, and I've arranged them. I have 6 pieces I cut from that one stem, and 3 here, 3 up there, were just dispersed. But this one here this is where I'm going to put my bow. So I did want one kind of popping up in between. Then I'm going to put some of these dried full berries here. So I'm going to glue them down. Okay, Here they go. I was hoping I would remember. Three pieces. I picked these up from Amazon. My fingers don't get burned. I'll try to use the tips of these instead of my skin. So here we go. Let's glue down here. How's that? Yep. The next one. Same number of flowers as I do the same number of feathers. Now I'm going to glue the last clump of feathers here next to the bow where the bow will be glued on. So now I'm going to attach the 6 poinsettias, and I'm trying to fix the petals, but they just won't stay the way I want to. So I'm just going to, once I got them all down, I'll put a touch of hot glue to make sure it arranges the way I would like. So these two are down below where I'm going to place the big bow, kind of close to each other with just a little gap. And the remaining four, I'm going to place them on like around the base where I glued down the feathers. And the greenery that came with the poinsettias, I'm also going to glue them like underneath the poinsettia. Some are going to be pointing outward and some will be pointing inward. And here I'm just trying to glue down a petal that didn't want to go the direction. I just wanted to make sure we got the full effect of an open poinsettia flower. So now I'm going to glue down these berry-like stems. I only have 3. They're left over from a project last year, but that's sufficient. They have a lot of little texture. So the first one I'm going to tuck in right here where the bow will be between these 2 poinsettias, and the other 2 just kind of evenly space them on the space remaining. As you can see, I was going to put them on the inside, but decided to have them on the outside of the wreath. Just look nicer. Next to the poinsettias, in 3 clusters, I'm going to glue down the hot pink bulbs. And if necessary, I may add another or 2. I see some empty areas. Now I'm ready to make this bow with this wired ribbon. And estimately, each side of each loops are going to be 4 inches. There's not mm, any really good method that I know of make to determine the size. To me, I just use the looks. Uh, I make the loops and hold it against the wreath or the item to determine how how big the bow will be. So I estimated 4 inches each side of the loop. And I'm using this method where I make the loop and I pinch it with my thumb, on my left with my left hand since I'm right-handed, and I twist in the center. When I get to the center, I twist, and then I make another loop at the on the for the other side. So I make 3 for each side, and then I wire it. I use the same gauge wire that I used to make the hanger, and then I twist as tight as I can. Doing it this way with twisting, you get the right side of the bow on the it's visible, and then you can also adjust the bow to almost any preference you want. And so I decided to dovetail the ends of the ribbon, and to you want to kind of take a look to hold the bow against the wreath. And I'm sorry I didn't do that with this, but to determine the length, you could always make it bigger and then trim it if it's too long. So here I'm just adjusting each loop. And so now I'll add another piece of wire to the center, and I'm going to twist it tightly, and with one of the open ends I'm going to insert it into that area that I was going to insert the bow to, in between the 2 poinsettias, and then grab it from the other side, of the wreath, and twist it tightly to hold the bow. And that's it. You just now just fix your loops the way it looks nice and pretty amongst the 2 poinsettias, and you want them to look kind of oval or roundish in the wreath as it lays in the wreath. And here's the finished wreath. I hope you enjoyed my video and are inspired to make one for yourself. Goodbye.